Welcome back, friends. India wants to be a 10 trillion economy by 2032. Another way of putting that, India 12 years it aims to be where China is today. This is a remarkable target that could be achieved, especially since India's economy grew by 4.6 times in the last 16 years from 494 billion in 2001 to India expected to become 2.5 trillion economy by the end of this year. China economy is currently paced at over 10 trillion while the US is worth over 17 trillion according to the World Bank. Many of people told me how we achieve 10 trillion GDP by 2030. Here have few points how we achieve this goal. So here is the 7 way that India can ensure the 10% growth rate. First is basic infrastructure. The Narendra Modi government has concerned heavily on improving the bootlinks that infrastructure sector since assuming power in 2014. In particular, the road sector has seen a downturn since 2012. Now it's in a recovery mode, and the government has already promised investment of raise 2 lakh crore, in 30 billion in fiscal year of 2017. Niti Aayog predict that the addition of 10,000 km of road project this year will go a long way to achieve the 10 trillion target. Number 2 is skilling India. The new government has also laid out a path to improve skill development courses across the country to address unemployment. India has an unemployment rate above 9%, and the policy think tank has now proposed that the linking of the country in employment exchange with the National Career Service will help in ensuring employment. The National Career Service provide a national-wide online platform for job seekers and employers. Number third is medical tourism and quality education. The policy think tank roadmap also suggests that medical tourism could go a long way to boost economic growth in the country. India medical tourism industry is currently pitched at 3 billion and could be worth over 8 billion by 2020, according to a report by the industry body CI. Number 4 is welcoming business. India has constantly fared poorly in the Doing Business Index, which ranks countries on the case of starting and running businesses, and the Modi administration had made it a priority to reduce bootlegs. Number 5 is improving farming. In a country where thousands of farmers committed suicide annually due to the crop loss and financial burden, the government roadmap to the 10 trillion economy purpose the use to advanced technology, setting up an eradication fund and the use of high yield seeds. In addition, the address concerns of food waste, the government is planning to set up 4 mega food parks and 29 cold chain projects to ensure preservation of agricultural products. Number 6 is developing progressive trade policies. India already has great economic resources in its universities and financial institutions in the form of experienced experts. Along the limited consultancy relationships with global partners, these are the people who should be working with the government to set smart economic policies. Chief among these policies should be a greater emphasis on trade partnership with another nations. Number 7 is overhauling infrastructure, making sure roads, rails, waterways, and airspace knit a country as large as India together efficiently is no small task, but it's among the most important. India has significant service gaps in its infrastructure, with deteriorations of existing infrastructure providing another serious problem. Expert and analysts from government source and financial publication discuss issues like infrastructure overhaul in their examinations of emerging economic. Do not need to look deep into academic or historic conservation to see a impact inconsistent transit has on our society. And the last point is cleaning up the government and investing in educations. It's not a small task to order and administer more than a billion people spread out over nearly 1.3 million square miles. If any of the necessary changes to life and businesses in India are to come to fruition, the country is going to need comprehensive but flexible government. More than just government, India needs to see a massive improvement in governance. By vote and by enforcement, India's government needs to see a renewed dedication to accountability. Voters will have to organize themselves and push for political leaders who live and breathe results, especially in regards to public service. The Indian government needs to divorce itself from industries that should be private. While socialized human service like healthcare can have a positive impact on the economy, production tends to suffer under government control because it's relieved to a market pressure to create satisfactory product. The Indian government should decentralize to allow local governments more leeway to address the needs of individual communities, reducing waste and increasing the quality of life for worker and consumer.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे